We came to New York, and we got a yes from Epic, we got a yes from CBS, we got a yes from Atlantic, we got a yes from you remember Kama Sutra Records?
Sure.
And yeah, and it was phenomenal. I just couldn't believe it. And the last place we took the record to was Roulette Records, and which was a good indie label, but it certainly wasn't one of the big corporate labels. And so I went to bed that night feeling really great. We stayed at what was then the City Squire, which is the Sheraton today. And about 9:30 the next morning, we started getting calls from all the record companies that had said yes the day before. And they all called and said, "Listen, Tom, we got to pass." And I said, every one of them right in a row. And I said, thought we had a deal. Finally, Jerry Wexler at Atlantic Records told me the truth. That Morris Levy over at Roulette Records, who was pretty much a thug, we didn't know that, called all the other labels and said, "This is my freaking record, back off." And they all did, every one of them. Morris was right out of Central Casting. I mean, he should have been in a movie. He was about 6'4", weighed 300 pounds, and he talked like this. And you grabbed his hand, and it was like grabbing a catcher's mitt, And it was startling, it really was. And I couldn't take my eyes off the guy. I felt like I was watching a great actor. And so he says, "I hope you're ready, kid, because you're about to go on one hell of a ride." And that's where we got the title for the book. Another true story was we had slaved to put this thing together. And it's the night before I'm supposed to do the lead vocal. And Richie and I are up in my apartment at 52nd and 8th, and we're going, what are we going to do? We're looking for like a Sloopy or a Boney Maroney or some nonsensical name, 2-syllable name. And so we throw our guitars down, we go out on the terrace and light up a cigarette, and the first thing our eyes fall on is the Mutual of New York sign. And with the dollar sign in the middle of the O.
The money building.
Gave you the time and the weather. And we just started laughing because both of us saw it at the same time. That's the perfect
Mutual
line.
of New York.
That's it.
M-O-N-Y.
That's right. And it was like God said, "Here's the title." So
God sounds a lot like Morris Levy.
Hard to tell the difference.
The remarkable thing when I read this book was here's a guy who cheated you out of $40 million in earnings, in publishing and mechanical royalties. Yet the affection and the bond that you still feel for him is incredible because you realize that without him, the music you made would not be.
Listen, if it hadn't have been for Morris Levy, there would have never been a Tommy James. And that is the truth. He really is the star of the show in this book. The rest of us are just sort of reacting to him.